I think the positive about media and the media industry is that in today's world, every company is becoming a media company, right? They all need and want to produce content for internal purposes or for social media or any kind of initiative that involves media. So I think that we have to deal with challenges, but there's a positive path, I think, and I'm excited about that. CineSys is an integrator. I describe it as we're all comfortable being called geeks. We're a bunch of technology geeks that just love helping people tell stories through media and build media systems to make workflows, to make their lives easier and to tell better stories.
That describes about 75% of the companies on the floor. What is CineSys?
So deeply technical. We specialize in media asset management and storage. So helping customers keep all their media and helping them find their media and then produce more content with that media. And we're finding in the age of AI now, with AI agents coming on the scene and doing all sorts of sometimes wonderful, sometimes not so wonderful things, but companies now want to keep more of their stuff, right? More of their content.
Well, what does AI agent mean to you?
It means anything that is diving into the media and then analyzing it, producing something from that, if it's Gen AI, or providing information based on it. If it's not Gen AI, it could be producing metadata to allow customers to search on it. But we've been in the age in AI of LLMs, large language models, now moving towards AI agents that are going to have more power to execute functions. So an agent, yeah.
Well, what was the inciting thing? Because agents went from nobody knows about them until all of a sudden they're everywhere like weeds. What was the transition? What had to happen?
Well, I mean, the impetus, I think, largely was some of the inadequacies of large language models, some of the hallucinations. So what had to happen in the development is to produce something that could realize the benefits of the large language models, but then be empowered to evaluate situations and then execute functions.
Well, it sounds like an agent is just simply a script.
It's a fair summary, but I do think it is more than that, right? I would tend to describe it as something that analyzes and then maybe produces a script that can then allow it to execute. So a script to execute some function or many functions, many scripts for many functions. But it's a fair analogy. It does maybe a little more power. Yeah.
So it's not an independent thingy. It's not like a robot that's like a web agent that's going through the web. I'm really having a hard time trying to figure out where it is in the spectrum of anything. And then the next follow-up question is, how does CineSys get involved? How do you couple this together?
The simple act of an asset management system historically has been to allow customers to generate metadata, so that things can be searched on and found. One application of AI now is to simply get the content into a system and have AI analyze all of that data, produce metadata around it, and even go in and analyze emotions, right? And tell whether someone is angry and add that as metadata. So if someone's then searching for content, examples, clips of people being angry, that it then has that ability.
Now, I've heard this described as semantic search, where you're typing in words to say, show me a scene of sunset. Rather than having hand-coded that sunset, the AI would say, this is a sunset scene, or show me two people on a beach at sunset. I can start to use a sentence to describe what I want to see, and the AI finds it. Is that true, a statement?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, very true.
So then what products do you have that relate to this?
Yeah, so some of the MAM vendors we work with, Iconic is a cloud MAM vendor, Cantimo, CodeMill is an on-premise vendor that is integrating and implementing AI in their products for that type of tool for content producers.
Now, media asset management is one phase of your business, but there's a second phase. What's that?
Yes, second and more, but the actual storage, the actual storage.
So tell me about that. What products do you have there?
Quantum storage, vast storage, in DDP, in the cloud we have AWS, Backblaze.
But these are all other vendors. Where does CineSys get involved?
Yeah, so what we're doing is integrating those storage vendors, commissioning them at customer sites or helping in the cloud, and then building workflows. And then often where, because our engineering staff, deeply trained, very, very knowledgeable people, they go on site and do the commissioning and then help customers build workflows. And then we have developers on staff who write code often to customize workflows or write plugins. Customers want specific types of user interfaces, and our engineering staff or developers will develop.
Give me an example, because I'm having a hard time. I can copy stuff up to AWS with the best of them. Why would I hire CineSys? What services would you provide specifically that I would want to take advantage of?
Yeah, say you had a number of different operators all doing different functions, but you wanted some of them to be managing ingest, and you had some very particular content. You wanted to build an interface that they could use that would give them very specific tools specific to their job, and you wanted to make that so you could adjust it on the fly as well. So one day they're doing one thing, one day doing another, and the MAM vendors may not have that level of specificity for job functions. So we could develop UIs, develop software tools so that we could get very specific with what each person in the workflow could do, and then where they could move content based on after they've finished with it, rules around that, rules around approving that content throughout the media workflow. So we're constantly and getting told customers about this all the time. They just want customization. They want to make things more efficient in their business, right? The way their business works, the way they want their operators to work, and to free them up to think about creative things rather than think about, gosh, how am I going to make this work, right? So that's a big part of what we do, simplification. Yeah.
If you were to summarize the key features and key benefits that CineSys provides to its customers for people that haven't heard of CineSys, what would you say?
Yeah, I've worked for a number of companies, and I've just been with CineSys a couple of years, and I would summarize it by saying we care. We just simply care a lot, and if a customer's having a problem, it's just all hands on deck. A customer has a problem, let's help them fix it. If they have a challenge, a new business challenge, let's help them fix it. And it's the right way to go about it. Just caring about customers. And I find if everything stems, it sounds so simple, but if everything stems from that simple kind of core value, then everything seems to work out.
Roy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.